Welcome to Brooklyn, New York City, where there's a mishmash of beautiful brownstones, more than 100 years old, and new condominiums. Today we're going to explore such a neighborhood that has that combination of different styles of architecture, from the very new to the very old, in Clinton Hill, and making our way to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, which used to be New York City's historic industrial center and has now turned into a new industrial center, a creative industrial center with Steiner Studios. So we're going to walk along Washington Avenue, and we're going to start today at Fulton Street and Gates Avenue. And let's make our way to Washington to walk up and explore the neighborhood. I rarely come walking through this neighborhood, so I'm excited to explore with all of you today. This is a wandering, so no particular agenda, no particular route that we're going to 100% stick to. We're going to go with the flow and enjoy the neighborhood. So let me know where you're watching from. I'm Ariel. This is Urbanist. Let's explore Clinton Hill. So here we have the B26 bus, goes away to downtown Brooklyn. And I love the mixture of architecture here, from the very, very new, very large scale residential buildings with retail space on the bottom, to the older brownstones, which are historic districts all throughout this entire neighborhood. Hey, Enterprise, nice to see you here. Hello, Rob. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Alexandra. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Ronald. Welcome. And we're getting some high-rises as well, especially right by the Atlantic Avenue train yards. And of course, it can't be a New York City neighborhood without a bodega. Some people call it deli, but it's kind of interchangeable, the terms. Mr. Big Diaz, nice to see you here. Hey, Janice. Nice to see you here, Janice. It was wonderful meeting you yesterday. Hello, Kay. Hello, Rosaline. Hello, Dora. Looked much different back in 1955 when my grandmother lived here. Oh, Richard, interesting. That's cool. I'm glad that was the case. I'm doing a live video. Yeah, explore cities all around the world. I'm exploring Clinton Hill today.
Are you sending it somewhere?
I do it to YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. Any recommendations in the neighborhood?
Huh?
Any recommendations in the neighborhood?
Any recommendation to eat?
To eat, yeah.
If you like pizza, not Ray's.
Not Ray's. Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you for that. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, there was a lovely couple who were asking me what I was doing. And they recommended me for pizza to try Not Ray's, which is a little bit further into Fort Greene, which I pointed out before, but I actually never tried it. So maybe one day we'll try it. All right, let's continue walking. ABX Girl, what subway line? Let me show it to you. We're gonna pass by the stop in this corner over here. Cheryl says Not Ray's is my favorite. Oh, so glad. Janice says Walter was the bomb. Indeed he was. Indeed he was the bomb. You as well, Janice. Such an awesome show yesterday. So here is the stop. This is the Clinton Washington Avenue station on the C train.
Very close to where we're gonna ultimately be.
And look at this house. Oh, wow. Oh, this one's different. Nice rounded turret on that building. Right, yeah. Very nice. Alexandra says wants to thank me for that amazing tour yesterday. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It was so wonderful. Wow. Gorgeous architecture here. What was this? This does not look like it was built to be an apartment. It might have been a mansion back in the late 1800s. That is interesting. Fascinating building. You don't really see apartments. It's clearly split up into apartments now, judging by the fire escapes and just the different assortment of windows, but this appears to have been a mansion before, originally at least. So we're now at Clinton Avenue. We're gonna go one more avenue down. There's another turret style building over here across the block. This is what I love about this neighborhood. I rarely come, but every time I pass through it, there's a very interesting assortment of architecture. All right, let's walk. Hey, Melanie, catching some of the far bit during my lunch break. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying the videos. Hey, Savita. Hey, Marianne from Florida. Hello, Rick. Let me know where you're watching from. Ronald says, Ronald, walking computer hasn't, he says that I would beat him in the walk-off. I guess no challenge has been countered. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Susan. Nice to see you here. There in the distance, we see, look at that, the most phallic building in all of New York City. Of course, that is the Williamsburg Savings Bank Tower, currently known as One Hanson Place because it's a condominium. Beautiful facades here for these buildings. So for anyone who is a local to this area or was a local, let us know if there's any recommendations here that you really enjoy. Oh, Ronald, that's sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate Walking Commuter and all the other live streamers. They're doing great jobs. Look at this checkered colored building on the side. Colleen says, thank you for all you do. Benson is accusing me of being unlikable. Oh, Benson, sorry to disappoint. All right, let's continue walking through. Oh, here's a memorial for someone. Oh, what happened here? Rest in peace, Nico. Who was Nico? seem to have died very young. Maximum early 30s. Natalie says, discovered your vlogs a few weeks ago. Love watching them, and you're watching from Bristol. Oh, I'm so glad you're watching from Bristol. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to go back to Bristol. Had such an amazing time. Rest in peace, Nico. I wonder what happened. Someone left a bottle of champagne there. You're walking towards the Biggie Smalls block on 260 James. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Thank you, Sean, for letting us know. Yeah, Biggie Smalls' neighborhood, or some people might know him as Notorious B.I.G. He lived in the next neighborhood down Bedford-Stuyvesant. Very skinny condominium over here. The candles were spelling out his name. Oh, indeed they were. Enterprise, you have to go. Oh, Enterprise, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Rebel Poet, nice to see you here. Clear skies today. It really is clear skies today. All right, starting to see Washington Avenue. Hey, Brigida. Hey, Panagiotis from Greece. Welcome. We hear the subway right underneath our feet. That's because the the C train passes through here. I think the A train as well, though I'm not sure if it makes all the stops. Tommy, that's awesome that you're making a video. Wonderful. Hey, Abdul, welcome. Found this live and just subscribed. Hey, Abdul, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Tracy says, I need to visit Newcastle upon Tyne. Yes, I've heard a lot of that recommendation. The Homo Greg's cool. Wow, that train is loud. It is. It is indeed. Suzanne says, I'm very likable. Oh, thank you. Janice says the captions are too funny at times. I'm glad they are. So here's Bergen Bagels. Are they the same bagel shop as my favorite bagel shop, which is called Bergen Bagels? But it's not here. My favorite one is right on Bergen Street. And I wonder if this is the same company or just a similar name. I don't think they're the same company. Video quality superb. Oh, thank you. So glad you think so. I think they are. Yeah, these are the same guys. Ooh. You guys want to try some bagels? My favorite bagel, my favorite bagel shop, the one I visit the most, is Bergen Street Bagels. And they are open right above the Bergen Street stop on the 2-3 line. But I did not know that it had a second location. So, you guys want to walk in? Let me know. If you want to walk in and try a bagel, let me know what's your favorite type of bagel. Maybe I should try a completely different bagel that I never tried before. Maybe I should try some pumpernickel. I never tried pumpernickel. Let me know what you think. All right, let's try it out. Bergen Bagels. Let's go inside. Hey, how's it going? You have a pumpernickel? You're out? Okay, let me see what else you have here. I'll have do you have the egg? Out. I'll have the oat then. The oat one right up there. Yeah, multigrain. Just one. I'll have it with egg. Egg on that bagel. Toast it, please. Yeah. 2 eggs. No cheese, nothing, no. Toasted, yeah. Over here. crazy selection of cream cheese over here. This is a really big menu, bigger than the original location. All the cream cheeses. So we got some tuna salad as well. Some egg salads. This is what you'll find in most bagel places. That's a huge menu. I agree. It's almost overwhelming. Sabita would like egg and cheese. I usually just go for egg. I used to go for egg and cheese. Yeah. Let me zoom in on the bagels. So I was gonna go for pumpernickel, but they sold out. Being Saturday, I'm not surprised. They're fresh bagels. Well, as fresh as you can get them in New York, which means they're made the day of. And we got 2 people who sent me a super chat. Who was it? Petter, thank you so much for the Swedish krona. 100 Swedish krona, I appreciate you. And there was someone else. And this. Falls, please. How much? $7.35. And pay through card. A receipt, please. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. It might be empty because it is not, I think it might be a new location. I think that's why it's empty. I don't think people know about it yet. The other place gets full. Every single Saturday, every single Sunday, most weekdays, it's always full. So the original location is at Bergen Street stop, also in Brooklyn, in the neighborhood of Prospect Heights. So let's try this out, shall we? Let's go. So I usually accompany this with coffee, but I don't tend to get coffee at bagel places because they don't tend to be that good. Especially if you're a coffee lover like me, they don't tend to be that good. But they do make good bagels. Let me put my. All right, cool. All right, let's try this out. So excited. Something with raisins. Yeah. Someone else sent me a super chat. Who was the other person that sent me a super chat? Thank you so much. I think it was $5. If you can remind me, who was the other person? So, I love these guys because it's just your classic bagel shop, but they just do it so well. They also are one of those bagel shops where it's not too fussy to get an egg on the bagel. Some bagel shops that are in bodegas sometimes get a little bit fussy if you ask for egg on the bagel. So let's open it up. Let's do an unboxing. So let me know who was the super chatter. Swisser, thank you so much, Swisser. Christine, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Someone left a half-eaten bagel over here. Do you have anything to wash it down? Oh yes, I have the iconic New York City seltzer. This is the bubbliest water you'll ever see in your entire life. Wait for it, wait for it. But first, let me unbox the bagel. Actually, I gotta show you the bubbliness. Let's do this first. It doesn't look that bubbly, but wait until I drink it. Look how big the bubbles get. Look at that. Oh yeah, egg on a bagel. That's it. Not much. Egg on a bagel, $5. This was like 4 something, and the water was like 150. So just also a very inexpensive bagel. Really, really good. Oat, yeah, oat bagel. I couldn't find pumpernickel, which I haven't tried. So maybe next time. But you see the softness of the bagel. Beautiful soft bagel. You might as well get a Sprite. I don't like drinking sugary soft drinks unless if I go to the movies. Then I'll get myself a good Coke. But usually I don't drink soft drinks. All right, let's try this out. Egg on the bagel. Mmm. Wow. So, egg is egg. Not much to comment on the egg. You're not gonna get too fancy with the egg unless if you go to a brunch restaurant. But when it comes to the bagel is, Jan, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Jan and Petter and Swisser are joining in for the sponsorship of this bagel. So the key to the bagel is that kind of crunchy or thicker exterior shell and that very soft, doughy goodness in the middle of the bagel. And that kind of contrast is what makes it a great New York City bagel. And I like it toasted. It's a little bit taboo in some of these more old school bagel shops to have a toasted bagel because it implies that it's not fresh. I don't care. I like it toasted. Because in New York City, we're not like a city like Montreal where we pump out fresh bagels every hour. Here, usually they make the bagels in the morning or maybe twice a day maximum. With the oats, it does give a kind of a, tastes like a cereal taste to it. It has a cereal taste to it. So it tastes like oats, but it's pretty strong. It might need cheese because the egg alone, it just needs a little bit of something. So just fair warning, you might need like just a bit of something, maybe a bit of mayonnaise or maybe some cheese or bacon to kind of make this feel like a full sandwich. But this is a really good snack. Maybe a little bit of avocado, right? Right, that's right, SF Fields. Maybe you put a little bit of avocado, then you start getting like a really full meal. Or sausage, they also have sausage here. In the words of Julia Child, bon appetit, says Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. Oh, how I wish I could have met Julia Child. So let's try Halls. Look at this. Oh. It might not look it. Sometimes you see it very visibly. But these are the biggest bubbles of any seltzer you'll ever try. And seltzer, for anyone who doesn't know, is a New York City invention, or was popularized in New York City. A lot of the Eastern Europeans and Central Europeans that started coming over here, they might have been Hungarian or Germans from southern Germany specifically. They had a taste for sparkling water, and they would get their sparkling water back in their mother country from natural sparkling water reservoirs. But here in New York, there weren't any. At least at that time in the 1800s, there weren't any natural sparkling water reservoirs that they knew of, the poor Germans that were here. So they decided to make their own sparkling water artificially. So they end up getting carbon dioxide and mixing it with some basic New York City water, and you got yourself seltzer. So that was the key to making seltzer. It was to recreate that classic sparkling water from their mother country. And to extension also Jewish population and a bunch of other populations from all that area really like their sparkling waters. And still to this day, you go to Budapest to this day, they have a big culture around sparkling water. Wendy says, looking good, the colors suit you. Oh, thank you. I love the actress that played Sophia Loren. Ooh, and what? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? And Julia and Julia, right. And chocolate egg cream, right? Yeah, this is the core, one of the core ingredients of egg cream is some seltzer. So seltzer is not natural sparkling water. It doesn't even have natural mineral water. It is distilled water that you would drink from a New York City pipe, but added with some carbon dioxide. All right, let me eat the rest of this half bagel. I'm gonna save the rest for later. Really great bagel, highly recommend Bergen Bagels. You know when you have that one bite, and you say it's gonna be the last bite, and then you realize, wait a minute, I just can't. I can't let this cool down. So I gotta have a few more bites. Let me know if you're in team few more bites. Living in Florida, I miss egg cream, says Carol. Oh, I'm so glad, Carol. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Sad that you can't get egg cream over there, but I bet you can make it at home pretty easily as well. So Mun is asking me about the couple in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I only saw a few episodes of the first season. I haven't seen the full series. But I do admire that it takes place in, what was it, 1940s New York? I'm watching Vida and Virginia. And once you cook egg, you should never reheat it. Right. Jean says, Beauty Bagel in Oakland has great bagels. Oh, I'm glad. Let me know if there's great bagels in your area for everyone else tuning in. Do I like seafood? I do. I would have lox on a bagel, but if I'm gonna have lox, I'd rather have the best lox. I don't want to go half lox, so I would go to Rust and Daughters for a great lox. Honestly, I had a thing for Benjamin, but I think she'll end up with Joe. Don't know too much about those characters. Toss it over here if you don't want it, says Wendy. Oh no. I want it. Kathy, you never had a bagel. Highly recommend it. Remind me where you're watching from? If you're watching from America, there's a good chance you can access a bagel somewhere. There's a lot of places, usually in most cities, I think, in America that have some type of bagel shop. So highly recommend going out and grabbing yourself a bagel. If you are in Quebec, in Canada, at least grab yourself a Montreal-style bagel, which I was also blown away by. I'm not sure bagels are popular anywhere else. Let me know. Is there any places in Europe where there's bagels? Let me know. It looked flaky for a bagel. The flakiness is coming from the oats. It's flaking off. The bagel itself is not flaky. George Lopez prefers English muffins. You should have a disclaimer that you would show food because it has his deep food cravings. So SS Field says there's a lot of bagels in Starbucks around Europe. Interesting that they're doing bagels. Usually the Starbucks imitate the local food culture, but it's interesting that they're selling bagels. That's interesting. And what's the connection to bagels with the Jewish community? So bagels come from the Polish Jewish community because they make this over there. But it became very popular across many different upbringings and neighborhoods because of the Polish, and they popularized it, as far as I know. But there's bagel type things all around the world. The Chinese also have their own type of bagel. I think there was a German type of bagel as well. There's a few other types of bagels, but mostly comes from the Polish Jewish community. At least they don't have sugar, says Vish. Right. Most bagels aren't made with sugar, which is nice. A volcano erupted today in Sicily. Oh no, Etna? Is Etna cranky again? I hope she doesn't get too cranky. Charlotte, hello. Aren't soft pretzels just a bagel in a different shape? Right, you could call it that. I think pretzels have a little bit of a harder exterior, and they're more denser than the bagel. So they have more density. Oh, this is such a great water. This is my favorite seltzer in all of New York City. Don't get Canada Dry. Don't get any other company. Grab a Halls if you're here. All right. Are you guys excited to keep on walking? I buy mine at Zabar's and take them home to Scotland, says Alex. Oh, interesting. So you buy bagels to go. Interesting. They don't last too long. A bagel might last like a day. You have to freeze them usually. Wendy says, I love water. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're team water, Wendy. Me too. I'm team water. Yes, in Rotterdam, says Jan. They have bagels? A bagel. All right, let's continue walking. Yeah, you have to freeze the bagels in order to keep them for a little bit longer. There was two brothers. I think they were called Letter, or was it Lehman? They had first name with L, and they're the ones who, or Levine, they're the ones who popularized bagels across the nation because they found a way to mass produce them and also to freeze them. Remind me of the name. They're very famous. All right, let's do this. Continue on. Lender, thank you, Lender. Lender Bagels. Those were the guys. Adjust my mic, wait up. All right, let's do this. Come on, I hope everyone's safe. All right. So we have arrived to Washington Street. Check out Bergen Bagels right here. You're all bundled up, says Joey, but in the 60s this week. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. Because you know that I want to. More condos next to historic buildings. Look at that. Today you're sparkling with your mask, says Alexandra. Says, I look like spring. Oh, I'm glad. Oh my God, this is the most Brooklyn thing I've seen. First, those two guys are matching. They might be a couple, but beyond that, they were walking around with their coffee mugs. They were drinking their coffee on their coffee mugs that appears to be from their home, from their apartment, and walking around sipping it as they go for a walk together. That's like the coolest, that's like the most Brooklyn thing you'll see. Like coffee to go is so ingrained in Brooklyn culture that people are now just bringing their mugs out for a walk. Wow, look at this. A church. Brown Memorial Baptist Church. Did they have Urbanist Bob mugs? I think they should. I'll reach out to them. I'll let them know. Rodolfo says that's the sign of the hipsters are around. Yeah, indeed. Hipster Bigfoot. Gary says, Brooklyn, allegedly where David Beckham conceived a child and called him Brooklyn. Yes, indeed. Beautiful church. Baptist church usually are closed unless if they have mass. Just in general. Interesting seeing a brick church. The camera is superb, says Vish. Have I done something different? Yeah, I'm now streaming in 1080p. Facebook has let me stream in 1080p, so yay. Ooh, let's see the backside of this church. 1916, look at this. Alexandra also walks out with your coffee mug. You do? That's fascinating. Let me know. Is there anyone else out there who goes out on a walk with their coffee mug in hand? I just find that very amusing. Hey, Manny Explorers. Nice to see you here, man. Welcome. Where do you put it when you're done? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume those two guys were walking very close to their home and just going around the block, maybe. Yeah, that's why. Hey, Pame! Just passing to say hi. I'm about to sleep. I want to send hugs. Oh, thank you so much, Pame. Manny says nothing wrong with walking with a coffee mug in hand. No, nothing wrong. I just find it amusing. But no judgments here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a judgment channel. This is not one of those YouTube channels. Oh, Janice, you've seen that a lot in your own area with the coffee mug? Interesting. Oh, look at this. I like this. So brownstones right over here. We got a lot of brownstones. But look at this. The yard is a bit plain. We could do a little bit better of a yard. But look at this. Interesting woodwork. And they have a rooftop garden or yard up there, or a terrace. Oh, this is really Brooklyn, everyone. We are in hipster country. Ooh, wow. Look at this apartment building with the yellowish brick and the blue awnings, the blue reliefs. Not awnings, but like reliefs. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Does one person live there? Ring a bell and ask them to let you in. No, this is an apartment. Well, that one is this one's definitely an apartment, and this one is as well. This one's an apartment as well. Not a townhouse. Townhouse would be it'll be a little bit smaller. A lot of these brownstones are split up into apartments. Kurt says Clinton Hill's not hipster yet. I don't know. I'm seeing otherwise. Kurt. What makes you say that? I mean, I'm seeing it otherwise. We got bagel shops. We got men walking with coffee mugs. If we bump into an avocado toast, I think it might be game over. Oh, here's a community garden. Look at this. Community garden. Hollenbach Community Garden. One of the community gardens where they probably plant fruits and vegetables. Ooh, look at that one. I wonder when these brownstones were built. We can assume anywhere between 1890 to about 1930. That was the craze of the brownstone. Mostly in the 1920s. I think that was the peak brownstone, 1920s. '1870s, says Joseph. When it comes to these buildings, yeah, they might be older. Wow, I love it. This one, yeah, it looks like also like a mini mansion. And look, this one, they have like little mini balconies. Hey, Ronaldo, yeah, rest well. Thank you so much for saying hello and tuning in for a while. See your shadow. Oh, you can? What does the... Hope my shadow's nice. I hope it's nice. Oh, look at this house. So when you see this might be a single house, single family house. Janice, you're at Booney. Oh, cool. Oh my God, I was so blown away by that coffee at Booney. Can't wait to go. Charlotte says, I've been to New York City twice and realized there's so many places here. Yeah, there is. So we're going to walk through Washington Avenue, make our way towards Brooklyn Navy Yard. Yeah, that house is probably definitely predating 1880s. Might be even older, 1840s. You see a house like that. It looks like the Up house. If anyone remembers the film Up, made by Pixar Studios. I love the doorways of these Brooklyn apartments as well. Very ornate. Crumbling down because they were made out of brownstone or plaster. Kind of very cheap material at the time. We'll zoom in actually. See this one, yeah. So you can see that they made it look ornamental, but they used cheap materials. So it's interesting because a lot of these townhouses and apartment buildings were very chic in the very beginning, but people got quickly tired of them. And by the 1930s, they really fell out of style. People realized how cheap materials they were. A lot of architectural critics said that Brooklyn was becoming a dull brown, and they didn't like the overall color scheme of the borough. However, nowadays, ooh, look at this. Nowadays, these brownstones are very popular, but they're still originally made with cheap materials, so they're very hard to maintain. Natalie says I should do walking tours. Natalie, you're watching them. That's a Victorian style house, yeah. Look at this one. Whoa. Another turret. Is that a drawing or is that actual gold? I think that was a drawing. Buildings for sale, yeah, wow. We gotta go across the street over here for this one. This is gorgeous. That's across the street. There's a playground. That's a mansion, yeah. It's probably apartments as well, but originally it might have been a mansion. Your lives are so chill and truly enjoyable. I'm glad you're enjoying the chill style. Hey, I'm so glad, everyone, you're enjoying the chill style. Thank you for people who enjoy this kind of more relaxing pace. I really enjoy making these videos in a relaxing, spontaneous, long pace. And, you know, as someone who works as a full-time content creator, there's a lot of pressure sometimes to make videos that are quote unquote, popular, that will quote unquote get a lot of views. And the common advice that you hear for YouTubers like myself is to make videos that feel fast, always action packed. They're really quick. They're very, there's no slow moments, no pauses, no breaths. You gotta go, 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 go. You have to add so much action pack, and you gotta keep people's attention the entire way through for 10 minutes. And then make a bunch of videos the same way. And that's how you get viral, super popular. But I don't know, I really love making these chill videos, so let me know if you feel the same. Look at this. Wow. Is West Village prettier than Brooklyn in terms of houses? If you really want to have an experience like today, but just more dense and more accessible, then West Village is the place to go. But there's a certain charm to Brooklyn that if you have a little bit more time in your trip, it's worth visiting. Wow. Imagine having that balcony as well. I rarely see these balconies in use. Is it because they're not allowed to use them? Hey, Gene, you like my chill tour? Says no, nothing more relaxing than having Ariel on the side, walking in New York City and talking. So keep up the good job. Thank you. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Wow. Uh-oh. The guy. he came back. And he's waving at everyone. He's filming it. I think he might be a YouTuber. Hey, Martin from the UK. SF Fields is asking, is that Urbanist fan? Hey, what?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How's it going?
Peace and blessings. Buddy,
Peace.
can you help me out?
I'm sorry, not right now. Have a great day.
I try to give you a good...
All right, here's the Brooklyn Public Library. Clinton Hill Public Library. Hey, Rhonda, you enjoy being my walking partner and sharing with all your viewers. It's wonderful that we can all chat with you. Yeah, my pleasure. Oh, wow. Look at this house over here. Let's cross the street. Beautiful turrets. Oh my God. This is a gold mine of amazing architecture. Very unique Brooklyn. Very uniquely Brooklyn. Absolutely blown away. But look at this house. Wow. This is definitely a mansion. These look like Boston apartments. Yes, in a way it does look a little bit like Boston. What was the name of the neighborhood that had a grid system? If anyone can remind me of the name of that neighborhood. But look at this. Wow. This one has lots of foliage in order to maintain a lot of privacy. I wonder if someone who might be famous lives here. Back Bay, thank you. Back Bay, Joseph, thank you. So yeah, this has a similar vibe to Back Bay in Boston. Beacon Hill is a little bit more kind of denser. So Beacon Hill feels a little bit more like West Village. Such variation in styles, right? Yeah. Yeah, I really love the variation in styles. Wow. And they have like a fruit tree in the back, or a cherry tree. We got Susan hanging out in the tree branches. It looks like the Darling house in Mary Poppins. That house is well maintained. Yeah, it is. Maybe a celebrity lives there. I think they might. I mean, I get it. A lot of people might want their privacy, but this seems like they're going out of their way to maintain privacy. Let me know what you think. A lot of people are asking who is Susan. We do have a few Susans who tune in, but I'm referring to the Sparrow. Susan the Sparrow. That's her name. Yeah, what do you think? This looks like they're trying definitely to be very private. Like they're going out of their way to be private. Because this seems like a little bit more kind of like, yeah, we just want a little bit of privacy. But this seems like, no, we're going to guarantee we got 100% privacy. Let me know what you think. Basilio says, why have a stranger look into the tree? Right, I get it. Right. I imagine we'll cut the light down. Yeah, that's why. I think some people prefer more light than having it disappear. Oh, someone's playing some hip-hop music. Do you have any hedge trimmers with you? They don't guard it. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's good. I mean, the house looks very well maintained. I think the front was well maintained. It just was big in order to block the view. Oh my God. What is this? So we're all walking on Washington Avenue. Look at this. Look at this trio of buildings over here. We got affordable housing right there in the back when you see that style of architecture. It's Robert Moses was very inspired by Le Corbusier, who wanted to build super blocks in major cities. He wanted to destroy all the historic architecture, which he probably did. Robert Moses probably responsible for destroying a lot of the historic architecture. Imagine these buildings. There were more of them probably down there. In order to build some affordable housing. Now the thing is, as we're going to pass a little bit more affordable housing, keep in mind, it's a complicated subject, so I definitely am oversimplifying it. Do your own research. But Robert Moses was building affordable housing. You might think to yourself, oh, that's good then. Okay, we might need to sacrifice a little bit of historic architecture for some affordable housing for people in need. But why was there even a need for affordable housing? The need was because Robert Moses crisscrossing the entire city with highways. And those highways were displacing thousands upon thousands, maybe in the tens of thousands or 100,000s. Yeah, actually the figure, what I remember researching, I think the figure was around 500,000, 500, 600,000 people were in total displaced. And while highways, you might think they were necessary, he built the highways to be inaccessible via bus, so people could not affordably get through to other areas of the US or other areas of the outskirts of New York City. So the highways weren't really built to help everyone. And by displacing the highways, they were usually built on very poor lands as well. They were built on lower income neighborhoods. And with those lower income neighborhoods, a lot of those people were displaced. And then he used that to justify destroying more historic neighborhoods, like huge swaths of Clinton Hill, in order to build affordable housing to fix that displacement of those hundreds of thousands of families. So keep that in mind as you look at affordable housing. Yes, we do need more housing in the city, but why do we need housing in the first place, especially during that time? It's good to know why. So a lot of the people, probably the first people who moved into these affordable housing units in the 40s, 50s, 60s, they most likely either rented a more pleasant brownstone apartment, or they might have even owned one. The family might have even owned the brownstone, but since they were displaced and they were given market value, which is probably very little because it was considered blight, quote unquote, they had to move here. But look at this gorgeous church. The brownstones are so dope. Right. Hey, Edmilson de Brasil, bienvenidos. Hey, Armando, sí se nota que por acento boricua. Oh, qué bien que tú puedes oír el acento mío, porque muchas personas no realizan que soy puertorriqueño. Se creen que soy 100% americano. I'm glad you can hear my Puerto Rican accent. A lot of people are unable to tell. Kathy said he must have had backing though. And Danasia is mentioning this is more kind of different income housing. Yeah, Danasia, thank you so much for clarifying. Again, as I mentioned, I'm simplifying the story. It's more complicated than that, but I think gives you the gist of many of these type of structures you'll see. Maybe not these specific buildings, but a lot of affordable housing projects do look like this. He had a backing. Yeah, he did. He had backing because the federal government had incentives for cities to redevelop. You know, it was after World War II, so there was a lot of incentives for the city to redevelop very quickly. And the federal government basically gave blank checks, in essence, to urban planners, park commissioners, or heads of Department of Transportation and such, all around the U.S. Because Eisenhower was responsible for building the interstate highway system, but in order to make the highway system even more efficient, especially in the boom of the late 50s and the early 60s, they wanted the highway system to go inside the major cities of the U.S. Boston, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, etc. So that's why you have highways that are running right through the middle of Boston, or used to because they replaced it recently, or right through the middle of Chicago. And Robert Moses was basically the first one to really fully take advantage of those federal incentives and inspire a lot of urban planners to do the same thing. So that's why a lot of cities have followed this kind of direction. Fred Trump also got a lot of blank checks. Yeah, I think a lot of people benefit from those blank checks. Wow, gorgeous church. This looks a little bit like St. John the Divine in terms of its style. Very Gothic. We had something similar in Scotland. They they knocked down all the old tenements and moved people into tower blocks that are now slums. Right, Gary? I mean, yeah, you're right, Gary. That happened a lot in Europe, England, Scotland. It happened in France. It happened in Denmark. I mean, not Denmark. Amsterdam, Holland. Wow, gorgeous. Is it open? I don't think it's open. I don't think it's open. Why do they close these churches? Nope. I wish churches were open. (1926) this church was constructed. 1926. But I don't even see a name for the church. Hey, Enterprise, good luck. Good luck, Enterprise. Thank you so much for tuning in. The priest saw you coming, so he shut the doors, says Alexis. Alexis, would that be nice to do? I don't think that would be a nice thing to do for a priest, necessarily. Churches, yeah, a lot of these churches are closed. Roman Catholic churches are the ones that tend to be open, but when it comes to a lot of the Episcopal, Presbyterian, and also many Protestant churches, they tend to be closed a lot of the time in New York City. So it's hard to just kind of stroll into these churches. Close up on the lighting fixtures. Ooh, which ones? These ones? The Anglican. Ooh, cool. I'm glad the Anglican. Are the Anglican ones more open more of the time? Over there in the UK? Let me know. And Jackie says, now I know why Buffalo has a Robert Moses Parkway. Right. It does. There's something really cool here. Let's cross the street, actually. Yeah, let's cross the street over here. This is really cool. Vish says, with your video quality, I can't wait to see another video of Boston. Yeah, maybe. Maybe when it warms up, I'll give it a return. I really enjoyed Boston when I went. More playgrounds for kids. Steve says the camera quality is superb. Oh, I'm so glad, Steve. All right, let's see what's here. Look at this building. Wow. Oh my God. 95% of the Anglican churches are open. Oh, Jeremy. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so I'm excited. I'm even more excited now to visit the UK. Wow. This is magnificent. So, Enterprise says possibly a manufacturing building. I think you would be correct because of the square shape, but I think it's actually was a old ladies' home. 1851. So this is a senior citizen establishment, specifically for women. Since 1851, gorgeous building. Wow, I didn't realize senior citizen homes existed prior to like the 70s or 80s. Wow, magnificent. Zappa, you've been here. Oh, cool. I can't imagine it's gorgeous inside as well. Everyone, this neighborhood is truly a gem. Highly recommend visiting. Did not realize how gorgeous we were gonna experience all these buildings. Colleen says it's a school for girls. It says old Graham Home for Old Ladies. What makes you think it's a school for girls? Look at the backyard. Wow. Trisha says now it's condos. I don't know. Maybe it's condos. Yeah. Look at this. Another gorgeous little home. Not little. Very big home. A gorgeous big home. Please check if there's some interior parks. I don't think so. I'll give it a gander if I see any pathways here. Kay says in England they used to call these homes for genteel women. Okay, thank you. Genteel. We don't use that word too often, and that word means something different to the Jewish community. So we don't use that word too often. Hey, Joseph says magnificent. Google says it's condos now. Oh, thank you. Are you Brooklyn Heights? No, Robert. We're in Clinton Hill. This is best kept secret for any architecture lovers out there. Great neighborhood. I'm in love. Look, oh my God, we just have more and more. They just keep popping up. All these gorgeous buildings. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, Wendy loves this too. I'm so glad. Hey, Robert says hello from Chicago. Nice walk. Thank you so much, Robert. Let me know if Chicago has a neighborhood similar to this. I bet there's one neighborhood like this. Wow. We have Agent Sterling right here. On the mission with his partner Susan the Sparrow. Becky does not like the term old ladies, but yeah, well, I mean, that was built in 1851 and it seems that was the original sign, so different times I assume. Ooh, here we have a Christian school. Can't really tell what the denomination, but St. Angela Hall. Huh. Bob is coming to hang out. Brought over his Bobettes. Jeremy's saying genteel and gentile are two different things. Oh, thank you for clarifying. Built in 1929. Someone has a bird coop somewhere around here. Someone has a pigeon coop because they're flying all in unison. Oh, here they are. Hey, Alexandra is saying, Candy's saying I'm a uplifting host. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I am. Thank you. I'm trying to find a pigeon coop. Fascinating. They think I have food. Or do they recognize me? Are they confusing me with their owner? Penny's not here. No, Penny and Cooper, the copper-colored pigeons, are not here. Huh. I think they confuse me with their owner, maybe. Maybe they're the same pigeons from the Jim Bang episode. So one thing, I've been researching more about pigeons. And I'm trying to find a pigeon coop keeper to interview, to maybe do a live video inside a pigeon coop, because there's a bunch of guys, usually they're guys, all around the city who have pigeon coops. But one thing I end up finding out in my research is they have good memories. So pigeons are by far one of the smartest birds out there, and they have very excellent memory where they remember first their owner or their keeper or their pigeon coop holder. They remember them, and they remember the location where they live in, but they also remember faces. They remember humans, just like a dog might remember their owner or their family member. So there might be instances where you might feed a pigeon in the same city, and then a little bit later they might think you'll give them food again because they remember you. That is a good possibility. But we're all the way in Brooklyn, and that incident was all the way on the other side in Manhattan. So maybe I'm related, but who knows? They definitely came over to me thinking I had food for some reason. I'm not sure why. I wasn't carrying anything. What? You need what? Oh, okay. No, that's all right. Yeah. And Brooklyn says they'll remember if you shoo them away and poo on your head next time. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So a woman was getting my attention, asking me, "Are you done? Are you done with filming?" I'm like, yeah, sure. She wanted to get to her apartment. I'm like, okay, go to your apartment. I ain't stopping you. Yeah. So New Yorkers, sometimes you catch some weird New Yorkers sometimes. Look at this, another church, but this one seems to be abandoned. Now we can tell why Brooklyn is the city of churches. Check out my Brooklyn Heights tour of the churches of Brooklyn Heights, but we're seeing a bunch of them here. Brooklyn says I got real New York on her. Indeed I did. Look how big the sidewalk is, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm laughing. That's why I find it amusing. Look how gigantic the sidewalk is. It's not like Manhattan sidewalks, or Queens sidewalks, where they're tiny and cramped. This is like one of the largest sidewalks that you'll find in New York City. That's why I find it even more amusing that she was waiting for me to leave the sidewalk. If you're enjoying this video, slam that like button right now. Let me know if you're on Team Like. Let me know if you're enjoying this. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're just mostly admiring the architecture, the pigeons, the churches, the overall beauty of our natural built world. Yeah, that's not an oxymoron, because our built world is a natural world. Ludo, Team Like, awesome, Ludo. Shirley says, why is there so much trash in New York? That's the case in New York City. There was a bit of a holdup with all the snow, I think. I love all these historic, interesting buildings. I'm so glad. Oh, we have another one right over here. Did I get my coffee yet? No, not yet. But I think there's a few more coffee shops when we get closer to Brooklyn Navy Yard. So maybe we'll encounter some good coffee shop. So we have been walking basically all in the historic district. So you see these brown signs? This is the Clinton Hill Historic District. Where's Steiner Studios? Oh, you will see it soon. Stay tuned. Probably like 10 minutes. We take our sweet, sweet time over here. Susan is asking, please pronounce the T's in Manhattan. No, Susan. No. Never. No T's. Ever. In Manhattan. Hey, Walk in LA. Thank you so much. Old buildings are the best. Enjoy some coffee. Thank you so much, Walk in LA, for sponsoring the coffee coming up soon. Mon, you've asked that many times. Why am I drinking Turkish coffee? Whenever I come into the chance of drinking Turkish coffee, we don't have that many Arab neighborhoods, but maybe when I visit Steinway again. Stay tuned. But in all seriousness, a lot of New Yorkers don't actually pronounce the T in Manhattan, regardless of where your accent is from. May you be Bangladeshi or Puerto Rican or Peruvian or Irish or Italian or Uzbek. Usually the Manhattan is not pronounced with the T's. Manhattan, you'll more tell that they're either a transplant or a tourist when they say Manhattan. Manhattan. It's not really pronounced with the T's, usually, at least. Why is that? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Might be due to the influence of one of the accents. Maybe the influence of the Brooklyn accent, maybe. Danasia says facts, right. Brooklyn says, we just say the city. If you're from the outer boroughs, yes, that's usually the way people say it. Yes, I'm from New York City. I'm based here, yes. Whatever happened to the Brooklyn accent? You still hear it. You gotta hear it from the older generation, especially the stereotypical one that you're referring to is mostly the Flatbush accent, what people call the Flatbush accent. And that you'll hear with the older Jewish and Italian American population. This is a very odd house. You rarely see this style of house. At least from what I see in Brooklyn. I think there's an area in Flatbush that has more of these style of houses, but they're not so common. Gene, you were born in New Orleans. New Orleans. Not New Orleans. So more brownstones. Yes, the word Manhattan comes from the Lenape, meaning the island of many hills. Well, that is the what people think the meaning is. There's no 100% clarification because the Lenape really didn't write too many things down. I don't think they wrote anything down, so they don't really have a written dictionary or books or anything like that. All right, now we're really leaving the historic area, and we are now turning into Brooklyn Navy Yard. So let's see what Brooklyn Navy Yard is all about. These houses are out of a Edward Hopper painting, says Rebel Poet. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Zap. Indeed, it reminds us of some 80s shows. Wonder if it's landmarked. I don't think so. Kay says, I just realized I don't pronounce the T's either. Yeah. Yeah, if you were like working with like a dialect coach in order to make a stereotypical New York accent, first you'll pronounce it New York, or New York. It's more of a Y-A-W-K. Of course, that's the stereotype. New York. And then if you were to pronounce Manhattan, you wouldn't say Manhattan. You would say Manhattan. Manhattan. I love the stoops. Susie says, I pronounce the T's in Manhattan from the chest, not the tongue. Oh, yes, in a way, yes. All right, there's a coffee shop here called Pex. You guys want to try it out? How much money do you receive if I send in a $10 PayPal? Choose friends and family, because many of you are, like, you're my friends, right? Right? You're my friends. Choose friends and family, I'll get the full 10. Otherwise, choose the other option. I'm not really selling you a product, so don't choose the other option, because I'm not really selling you anything. But if you do choose the other option, I get like $9.80 something. I get almost the entire thing. All right, let's go to a coffee shop. Okay. All right, everyone. Can you hear me now? All right, awesome. All right, so perfect. I think you can hear me now. So their backyard is closed because of they're closed early. They're about to close right now. So early, crazy early that these places close. I guess because most people do their work here during the weekdays because we're close to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, which is more of a weekday place. Let's try this out. This is Peck's here in the Brooklyn Navy Yard area. We have one more stop, which is nearby at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. So this is the coffee. I asked for short, and she gave me like a massive amount of water. Sometimes I don't understand what short is. Here is a blood orange cake. Careful with the pigeons, says SF Fields. Oh no, it's okay. There's none right above me. Coffee doesn't taste good in styrofoam. We're in New York City, Babu. We're in New York City, so there's not really that much option. Otherwise, this is not styrofoam, by the way. This is a paper cup, also. You won't find styrofoam in general, overall. And cream, no sugar with milk. Yes, I have no sugar, no cream. Just espresso with some water. Some hot water. I ask usually for short, meaning little water, and she filled up the entire cup, even though I asked for short. It's good. It's good. It's pretty normal cup of coffee. Pretty run of the mill. Just pretty more in line with your typical kind of neighborhood spot. Let's try this cake. Great cake. Wow. Super soft. Very moist. Very moist. Has a strong orange taste to it. So this is a blood orange cake. Absolutely great. Not too sweet either. And it's a little bit more Italian style. So it has this kind of I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a little bit more kind of gooey. Or the topping more gooey. Wow. This is a great cake. No icing. I prefer with no icing. Yeah, I prefer with no icing. It's a little bit more pleasant to drink. To eat. Wow. This is an excellent cake. Excellent cake. Try their blood orange cake here at Peck's on Myrtle. And we passed here on Myrtle in a car tour video a few weeks ago. That was my last big car tour. Our vicarious everything through you, says Paul. Is it polenta? No, I don't think it's polenta. No. It's a cake. I'm going to eat my donuts with crema. That's awesome, Alexandra. That's amazing. How about pecorino, like the cheese? No pecorino here. No pecorino. No cheese. try a pot noodle when you come to the UK. Interesting. A lot of people have been recommending that. And citrus cakes are the best. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. And looks like a cronut. No, not cronut either. Are you guys seeing the same cake? I'm getting some weird comments. Cronuts? Pecorino? Icing? No, guys. Are you seeing the same cake I am? does not have any of those things. Oh, so yeah, pretty damn good cake. The strangest comments for this cake. Now you're asking me if it has sour cream? Rebel says that it looks like an awesome drumstick. Yeah. Is it a donut? I think we've hit a alternate dimension. Somehow you're watching an alternate video. All right, this coffee got cooled down, so I gotta do the Brooklyn thing and walk around with it. Walk around with my coffee. Any donuts in your pocket? No donuts in my pocket right now. We're fascinated by the cake, says Mandy. Looks like yellow cake would make my pineapple juice rather than water. I think that's the case, yeah. I think that's the case. That's why it's so soft. So no, not cronut, not pasta with pecorino. There's not a donut. There's not chicken drumstick. No sour cream. No icing. Just a cake. This is one of the best coffee shop cakes I've had. Wow. I've been to a lot of coffee shops. Not that many have cakes, but this one's one of the best. Oh, that was so delicious. Absolutely enjoy it. I'm in heaven. So here's a huge list of all the different locations in Myrtle Avenue. So it seems like they're trying to make this more kind of a foodie place because of the offices that we're about to see. So let's go, without further ado, to Brooklyn Navy Yard. We're in a pretty empty area, so I'm going to keep my mask off because I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to drink my coffee reminiscent of the pre-COVID days. You guys remember that? Remember the pre-COVID days? The days before when you can walk around with a cup of coffee? Those used to be such great days. Such great days. Well, I'm going to reminisce those days for a little bit. We're in an empty area, so let's do that. Let's go to Brooklyn Navy Yard. Gretchen says barely. Touche, Gretchen. Touche. Roadrunner, you don't remember the pre-COVID days? Yeah, I mean, that was like a few years ago, right? Like, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It tasted a little bit like a bottle of rum. Yeah, you're right. Who was this? Thank you for the 106 Mexican dollars. Wow, very generous. Super generous. $1 is about 11 pesos. So that is like 10, 11 pesos. Thank you so much for $11. Thank you for the $11. I appreciate that. But yeah, it does taste like it has the same texture as a bubble rum, but no rum with this cake. All right, coffee to go. Pre-COVID days. Oh my God, look at this. Everyone, we're styling pre-COVID. We got coffee, walk and talk. Oh my God. Like the old school Urbanist videos many years ago, many years ago, was it like a few decades? When I did a video where I would walk around with a cup of coffee. You remember that? Any of the old school Urbanists out there? The OG Urbanists? Susie says fondly. Janice says 1 whole year. Yeah. It was like a decade ago. Oh, years ago, you could walk up to the street with a beer and a paper bag. Oh, yeah, those good old days. I was on the cruise ship last time this year. Says, Kay, yeah, you were, Kay. Yeah, you were. Indeed, you were. You were very brave. Gretchen says, all I need is a mug. Right, like those other guys we saw in the beginning of the video. Right. Oh, I thought it was going to be empty, but now I got to dodge people. Everyone. Luckily, I've had years of training of dodging people on the street. Oh, I feel so good. Oh my God. This is amazing. I feel free. I'm free. I am free. I got the coffee. I'm walking and talking. I'm doing all the things. I'm multitasking all at once. Oh my God, I'm working, drinking coffee, breathing. Oh, all the good old days. Oh, it pays off to visit an empty neighborhood. Highly recommend it, everyone. If you want to reminisce, go to an empty area in your nearby city. That feels good. Gretchen says, pretend I'm in Texas. Touche. I'm having a moment. Yeah, I'm reminiscing. All those years ago. I'm reminiscing. Feeling like a true New Yorker. Like the beginning of a Law and Order episode. They always have like a cup of coffee with them as well. I gotta put on my gloves though. Gotta put a damper on this. You're a true New Yorker, says L. Yes, we're free again, once again from the confines of a terrible, terrible scourge on this earth. I spilled a little bit of coffee on myself. Got coffee on my jacket. It's because they double cupped me. So, warning, if they double cup you, be careful with the double cup. Because the double cup leads to spillage. Look at this. Double cup easily leads to the coffee spilling out. So that is a bit of a pro tip for all of you. If you want to be a true New Yorker, make sure when they double cup you, look them straight in the eye. Look them with a look saying, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Are you about to double cup me? Are you about to double cup me? And then once you get a confirmation, you know you're going to get very dirty because this coffee is going to spill on you. Rebel says double cupping sounds wrong. Yeah. They do. So the reason they do double cupping is because they don't have sleeves for the smaller cups. So in order for you to have a easier experience drinking and not burn your hand, they double cup it. But the problem is some cups are not so well designed that the cap still falls off. Yeah, that's why. Think about the trash in the oceans. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen. This is an urban exploration channel, not an ecological channel. You can learn about those topics in another different channel. Wendy says, I can't stop laughing. Oh, no, Wendy. I'm glad. All right, I'm using my years of practice of dodging people in the streets. Here's the beautiful BQE Expressway. Look at that. The gorgeous views of the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. Oh, how marvelous it is. The soothing sounds of traffic roaring by every single day. The beautiful fumes of pollution, carbon monoxide filling the air. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, how gorgeous. The Brooklyn Queens Expressway. Pollution. Let me know if anyone else loves the sweet, sweet scent of carbon monoxide in the wind. I hear a drone. Someone's flying a drone somewhere. We're seeing Steiner Studios. Our final stop. Wendy says, I only like the smell of carbon monoxide dancing in the wind while on a date. Yeah, right? Right, Wendy? You know it. You know it, Wendy. So yeah, this is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, one of the other projects of our good old frenemy, Robert Moses, the master builder, aka the master destroyer of New York City. Is there echo here? No echo, not too much. Qué lindo para caminar por aquí, hermoso día, dice Novades, beautiful day, beautiful place to walk. Ah, qué bien Novades que está cantando esta caminata, este recorrido. Espero que todo está bien en Argentina. I hope everything is well in Argentina. So here now we're starting to see more industrial buildings. This area used to be so bad. Yeah, I mean, this area I think was basically abandoned. There's a few films of the 70s and 80s that depict this area as like the place where the mafia, do their business. I will not describe what that business is. But it's getting a lot better because now it's Hollywood Studios, which we're going to check it out in a bit. Oh, look at this place. La Petite Monstre. Ooh, a French bakery here. Wow, look at this. Oh, look at that. So cool. Le Petit Monstre. I know my French. Vegan. Oh, it's a vegan French bakery. Ooh. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. One day, maybe in the have a coffee, walk, talk, make a video, be making some money, and walk into a business all at the same time. Maybe one day, but that day isn't today. We'll just do walk and talk in these empty streets. Nomás dice que yo hablo bien español. Oh, qué bien. Oh, here we have Xiomara. She's eating a pretzel. Colton says, I have runner's high when I get home. Yeah, I actually have a high from making, depends on the video, but sometimes some videos I get a high from them, and also walking a lot. Yeah, I do get what is almost a runner's high. This is Xiomara. Xiomara is has a little bit more of a grayer kind of color to her. Bob, no, Bob is a full gray pigeon with a purple neck. This is Xiomara. She eating a vegan pretzel? I don't think so. I think she's eating a stuffed pretzel. Yeah, I think the pretzel might be stuffed. Yeah, it's like it's. Oh no, yeah, it might be a veggie stuffed pretzel. Is that sausage roll? No. Hey, Xiomara, I hope you enjoyed it. Keep being chill, Xiomara. All right. So here, beautiful industrial buildings. Yeah, I think that's like a meat pastry that she's eating. She's really enjoying it. She's really pecking at it. Adrian. Mags, that's Mags. Mags says it might be a little bit of insensitive suggestion in the middle of New York City. Kathy says that's no sausage roll. Yeah, it looked like ground beef. Hey, Lisa says my cat just jumped off my lap and ran to attack the TV to get the bird. That's funny. So we have a few restaurants here, but it's very empty because it's a weekend. This is more of a kind of a in a creative industry area. So here's probably the other coffee recommendation I would have. I like these guys, Brooklyn Roasting Company. Really great cold brew as well. They always have great coffee. Highly recommend them. Glad they're open at this time. And here we are, Steiner Studios, right over here. Let's see if we can get a closer look. I'll do my best to get as close as possible. So Steiner Studios right now, as far as I know, is the largest movie studio in New York City, followed by Kaufman Studios and also Silver Cup. We're doing a massive expansion in Industry City. This is Brooklyn Navy Yard, right over here. All this is Brooklyn Navy Yard. You can actually take the ferry to Brooklyn Navy Yard. Maybe that's how I'll find a way to get in. And they're expanding because there's a lot more movies being filmed in New York City now, and a lot of people are not. Hollywood is getting a little bit tired of Hollywood, so they're moving away from filming so much in Hollywood because it's becoming so expensive, and they want to have access to the creatives here in New York City. So New York City itself has been making so many incentives to get people. To get film companies filming here. And also there's more and more films taking place in big cities. So here we have Made in New York film trailers. All right, let me just finish drinking my coffee. Take a few more sips, and then I'm gonna put on my mask. I'm gonna try to find my way to the ferry. Let's see if they'll let me stroll in. Charlotte and Atlanta are big now. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are Max Headroom. Indeed, they are. Upper West Sider. Indeed, they are Upper West Sider. Thank you, Alexandra, for putting a link to Steiner Studios. As a matter of fact, Netflix is building its own studios in some cities. Right, I heard about that. I did hear about that. All right, let's see how close we can get. Ooh, it's cold. Are they just movie theaters? No, Dinacia. This is a movie studio. This is where they film films. Yoli, welcome. Nice to see you here. So we see the huge sign, Steiner, right there. Look at that. So let me know if anyone knows any recent films made or any TV shows. There's a whole lot of them, so you could probably find easily. Is it tour amicable? I don't think they offer tours yet. I don't think this place offers tours. I'm gonna see if I can stroll in. Let's go. Yeah? Which way is the ferry? Where's the ferry? Oh, yeah, I gotta go 2 blocks up. Okay. I can't walk through this way? Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. That was a failed attempt. Close, but let's go to a ferry. So that was a bit of a failed attempt. But there is indeed a ferry, and it is indeed the entire complex. So I think we can see it from the other angle. Let me know if you guys wanna. Let me know if you guys want to go to the ferry entrance. And go to maybe catch a better peek of Steiner. That was a good try. Yeah, I mean, I got close. Got close. Rebel says, try walk in, and then when the guard asks you where are you going, say, "Do you know who I am?" That's funny. All right, let's see if we can find the ferry entrance. She said 2 blocks up. These might be gigantic blocks, but here I'll show you from the side. Actually, we can get a nice view here in this direction. You should have said your secret passcode. Yeah. That is right, Jonathan. There didn't seem to be any films being made here at the moment, so it might have not worked. So there we see the views of the city in the distance. Oh, look at that. Look at this firm warning. Introduction and or use of camera recording devices. they put camera recording devices with the same league of firearms and intoxicating beverages aboard this installation is strictly prohibited. That is a strong warning if I have not heard one. A camera is on the same league as a firearm with that sign. They really don't want spoilers to get out at all, not even in the least bit. That's funny. I did not expect them to say like huge, no cameras allowed. That's kind of crazy. Oh, this is government property. Interesting. Steiner, did they lease government property? It's Area 49. Indeed. Area 49. All right. Let me, I gotta put on my battery. Hey, Cynthia says, I want to look to see where I can find the line. My brothers had a pigeon coop back in the 1960s. Oh, cool, Cynthia. Yeah, if you know of anyone that I can show, do let me know. All right, let me know if you want to continue for about maybe 20 more minutes towards the ferry. Let me know. If so, I will hook up my battery because I'm running out of battery right now. My phone during the winter runs out of battery very quickly. So vote now or forever hold your peace. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Someone's saying I'm 6 feet. No, ladies and gentlemen, I am only 5'2". It just looks can be deceiving. I just hold my camera very high. Just hold it like crazy high, and that's why you end up getting the look like I'm 6 feet tall. Wendy says 4 more hours. That's funny. I'll probably go for 20 minutes, not 20 hours. All right. Cool. Perfect. Hey, who send that super chat? Sunshine. Put a super chat to continue. Thank you so much, Sunshine. I turned my mic off. Yep. Can't put a mic and also my charger at the same time. Yeah, so I'm 5'2", and what I do to look 6 feet, I just hold the camera like this. I hold it like this the entire time. And you guys think like totally like, oh, he's definitely 6 feet tall. Oh yeah, he's a very tall guy. But no, it's all been a deception the entire time. I've always been 5'2", but you never knew. KJ says let's go to Ferry. All right, we're gonna go to Ferry. Stay tuned. So I think this is the entrance right over here. Oh no, that's not. One more. Is it through here? So Brooklyn Navy Yard, as I mentioned, it used to be a huge Navy Yard for the United States Navy, but it was completely redone in order to make new creative industry like Steiner Studios, which is film and TV. But there's a lot of other businesses here. There's like a 3D printing company here. There's a bunch of other businesses. And let's go through here. Colton says 6 feet is not that tall for us Dutch folk. Oh yeah, I know. Trish says I had you believing. You have to hold it down, Patty, to look taller. Looks to be more like 7 feet. All right, so here there's a assortment of restaurants, and it seems like that this is our pathway to the ferry. All right, hopefully there's no music. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is an adventure. For ferry assets. Alright, I might need to mute. Muting. All right, great. So no checking in. That's good. Oh, brewing company here. Oh, that's so cool. Here's a brewing company, Transmetal Brewing Company. There's like a pizza shop there. Amazing. Wow, okay. We're in. Let's do this. Okay, everyone, so this is the portion of the live video where it becomes into a heist. So I hope you're in for the ride, because now we're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Oh yeah, let's find it. What's the name of this place? Reception is bad here. Oh no, I hope not. Let me show you. Can anyone let me know what's the next ferry from Brooklyn Navy Yard? And let me know what time it is right now. Let me know when is the next ferry and what time it is right now. 5:33 right now. Okay, cool, thank you. And what time is the next ferry from Brooklyn Navy Yard? Claire says, what was in the coffee? I don't know. Sometimes they spike the coffee here in New York City. They spike it with good vibes. So anyone can let me know what's the next ferry from Brooklyn Navy Yard. That's the name of the stop. You go through here? No, this is WeWork. Good for you. Good night, Enterprise. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have an Amazon wish list. Yes, I don't have it to PO Box yet, but I do have an Amazon wish list. If you want to give something more specific from Amazon, I can add it to the wish list, and boom, go right there. Okay, let's at least see the sunset. 6:08 is the next ferry. Ooh, that's quite a while. Okay, we're gonna see the sunset. All right, let's go see the sunset. Not too well signposted. No, they just have this sign. You'll easily get lost here. Ah, look at this. Beautiful red boat. Oh, one departing exactly right now. Oh no. That's funny. WeWork has a lot of office spaces around the city. They do. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out because I think they were near bankruptcy. So there was a lot of issues with their CEO. Okay, brace yourself. There's going to be a lot of wind. Here we can see the next ferry. "21 minutes, god damn. "18 minutes. Oh, that's not that bad. Helen says it should be Ariel wandering aimlessly. Indeed. Hey Cynthia, I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, no worries. I'm doing well. I'm very well covered. I'm feeling very sprightly. It's not too terribly cold. And for anyone in the comments, let's keep the topic to cities, travel, history, or food. So anything related to urbanism, to cities. Anything else, we will time you out. So let's keep the subject towards cities, food, and culture, whatever the topic is on hand. Oh, sorry about that, Cynthia. Is this an old port? It says Sunshine. Yes, it is. Yeah, Brooklyn Navy Yard. Heavy in use, I think, World War One, but this has been used since the American Revolution. This used to be known as Wallabout Bay, and this is where the British prism ships used to be located. No crowd on the pier waiting for the. Yeah, this is barely in use. This stop is barely in use during the winter months, and especially during the weekends. So here we have some old cannons. Your grandfather was stationed here in World War One, right? So yeah, it was in heavy use during World War One and World War Two for building ships. It was a Navy yard. Seems very remote for a ferry ride. It is rather remote. It connects to the offices here. This is a pretty remote area, period. We're pretty far away from the subway stop. No dogs on the grass, unfortunately. Beautiful building that they constructed here. Have you ever gone to Fort Totten? Says Jackie. No. Fort Totten. I've been there superficially, but not officially. Remember the violinist. Indeed. You know what? I'm gonna wait for the ferry. I'm gonna take the ferry. Yeah, I'm gonna take the ferry. It's much easier. So here is how to buy tickets. Ooh, interesting. I see the screen clearer on my camera than I do. All right. Vote if you want to see the ferry. I'd rather stay here and walk back. I'd rather just go. All right. Rather just go to Wall Street. So that's the trouble focusing. There we go. There we go. 275. We got 14 minutes. Let's see if there's a bench. Otherwise, we'll get more views. All right, so we got a lot of people voting for the ferry. Wendy, will I be ill? No, because it'll be pretty much a quick trip. Winds are not crazy heavy today. All right, so vote now or forever hold your peace. Do you want to go on the ferry to Wall Street? Vote now or forever hold your peace. We got about 13 minutes or so left, so feel free to ask me any questions. There's not that many views I can show you here because they're mostly blocked, but we'll see them on the ferry at least. And yeah, feel free to ask me anything about city, anything related to a city, but travel, history, food, culture, all related to cities. Feel free to ask me. Nomades dice, nos haciendo conocer parte de Nueva York que nos conocimos. Gracias por el paseo. Mi placer. Sí, esta área es bien bonito, es bien... es fácil de coger el ferry. Esto es un poco más alejado del subway, de la transportación pública, pero las otras paradas en el ferry, no sé cómo se dice ferry en español. La lancha. Las otras paradas de la lancha hay mucho mejor acceso a la transportación pública, como el tren y como la autobús. So this ferry stop is very far away from the rest of New York City. I mean, from the subway stop, but the other ferry stops are much closer to a subway stop. This one just a little bit more out of the way. SFL says ferry también se dice en español. Ah, qué bien. Yo sé que en Puerto Rico se dice mucha lancha. Ferry, for anyone who wants to know, is also in Spanish, but you can also say lancha in Spanish. All right, so a lot of people have voted for the ferry. That's awesome. Am I at the moment near Ellis Island? No. No, much farther away from Ellis Island. Is the G train the closest? I think it is. If anyone can confirm. I mean, we can walk to downtown Brooklyn right over here. So you are about 20-minute walk away from most subway stops. And you can walk to Williamsburg, which would be a little bit more of a walk down that direction. Ooh, okay. You're a champ, says Wendy. Yeah, Wendy, thank you. And sorry, Cynthia, that you were mistakenly timed out. I know Cynthia has been watching for a long time, and sometimes mistakes happen. We've had a lot of spam just a few minutes ago, so sometimes mistakes happen, including myself. So I was the one who mistakenly timed you out. So everyone, give a lot of hearts to Cynthia. Hope you're feeling well. And sorry about that. It happens. Sometimes we get bombarded by random spam and random trolls, and clicking sometimes is a bit tricky. So if you're ever timed out by mistake, don't worry, it's only 5 minutes. You'll be able to comment again. If you're banned by mistake, then that probably won't happen, because otherwise you're probably spamming in one way or another. Maria says, please tell me you're not forgetting Spanish. No estoy olvidándome de español. Es que la cosa es que no hablo español tan frecuentemente, especialmente en un nivel en video y comunicando hablando de la ciudad. No estoy tan practicado en español, pero me imagino cuando voy a Latinoamérica, a México, a Buenos Aires, a Cusco, voy a tener mucha más práctica en español. So I'm not losing my Spanish, it's just I'm not that well practiced. Hair flowing or not? Hair is not flowing right now. No, not too high winds. What's for dinner? Says Katrina. Oh, I don't know. Alright, ask me anything. Feel free to ask me anything as I'm waiting for the ferry. Francis Tavern is close to the Wall Street stop. Indeed it is. Hey, MAR. Beef for dinner. Habla la español. Sí, hablo español. Kurihara. Unfortunately, don't know Japanese. I want to learn Japanese. Konnichiwa. Arigato. That's a few words I know in Japanese. Picard. Hello, Picard. Don't worry, your Spanish is perfect. It happens to me. Sometimes I forget Spanish words in English. I guess it happens to bilinguals. Right. This has made my afternoon, says Sandy. Oh, I'm so glad, Sandy. And where have I heard this before? What are you referring to? Oh, you're referring to the music. I'm playing some coffee break. Can you hear me? The music too loud at the same time? Music is too loud at the same time. Music is relaxing in the spa. It is indeed. Yeah, it is indeed. Where to next, Andreas? Great question. Wall Street is our final stop. Final stop. Sometimes the adventure, it doesn't seem like I want to just keep on going. So sometimes they say it's the final stop, and I just keep on going anyway. Though I keep the topic to history, to history, to the city, so we don't diverge too much. I'm not going to do a live video and end up at home making some pasta carbonara and just sitting down. That ain't gonna happen. But if you're enjoying these kind of more looser freestyle videos, do let me know. Sometimes they do run long, but by no means do you have to view the entire thing. You can view parts, you can jump around, you can come back later. It's up to you. But in the beginning of the videos, I usually announce when it's a history tour. You'll get the gist, especially if I have tour in the title of the video. And I say Mafia Tour. That's going to be a maximum 2-hour video specifically about history. Put the ferry music back on, says I don't think people can hear me at the same time. Yesterday's live was so nice with our two guests. Right, I mean, that's why I embrace going a little bit longer than usual. I see a lot of other, not a lot, there's a few other live streamers who make much more kind of focused vlogs that are shorter. But I kind of like going long because yesterday, we just end up going to Inwood spontaneously. And by going to Inwood, we end up meeting Janice. So everyone give another round of hearts to Janice. And Wanda was viewing, and she introduced us to her father. So that would have happened if I would have said, okay, let's keep it to only what I said I was going to do, which was Kingsbridge and Spjut and Dival, and nothing else. If I would have done that, then it would have been a 2-hour video without that extra adventure. That's why I like sometimes going long. All right, here's the ferry. You guys ready? It's gonna get very windy, so watch with your. Actually, I should put on my mic. That might be a better. So you won't suffer with the audio. I think I should be charged enough. Bear with me. Yes. Thank you. Oh, they scan it now. They used to collect the tickets.
Can I have one real quick?
Joseph, it is. Yes, indeed. So, Joseph, it is indeed allowed to film on the ferry. Yeah, you can film in ferries or subways as long as it's not like a major film production. They'll stop you if you have like a gigantic camera, and especially if you have a tripod, which I don't. Neither. I'm using a phone. While the ferry was quiet, I put on my regular mic, so you can. I put on my fancy mic, so you won't hear the wind so harshly. Otherwise, a lot of you will be deaf by the end of the video if I have the regular iPhone mic. Do you see seagulls while riding the ferry? Rarely.
All right, folks, next up, Pier Wall Street, last and final stop. All passengers must disembark the vessel. Please be sure to have all your personal belongings maintained in my secretary break that.
How long is the trip? Well, we're only going to Wall Street, so it should be only about 10 minutes. Tell the story Peck slip. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, Joseph. I might have talked about it before in one of my videos, but don't know off the top of my head. Janice calls shotgun. Oh, amazing. Oh, here's the Navy Yard. Ooh, it looks cold. It is cold. I'm going to put on my hoodie. There we go. I got a hoodie. I'm ready. I miss New York City so much, says Mandy. Oh, Mandy. Oh, look at the purple skies. Wow. Oh, my God. You have taken the extended run to 90th. I'd rather not. That's a bit of a long trip for me. The water seems calm, yeah, which is good. I was a little bit worried that it was going to be hard winds. Hair flowing, please, huh? No, I only have my hoodie about to fly away. There's a few guys out there, the FDNY. Right there. The best views are from the ferry, yeah. It's about to get a little bit shaky because of the wind. Right there we see the views of the Williamsburg Bridge, built in 1908. And someone mentioned seagulls, so I think we are going to see seagulls right there. They're hovering over here. We see the Empire State Building. Oh, look how gorgeous the Empire State Building is from this angle. Views on views. Oh, yeah. I always love your sunset views. I love making this ride in the summertime. Winter, it gets cold because you feel the full breeze, but still worth it. Still worth it. In the wintertime, at least you'll have a little bit the views to yourself. Your music would be great now. I wish I could play it. At the moment, Christian, it might look like the perfect time for the coffee if I were sitting inside, but nope. Whoa. Okay. Bear with me. Oh my god, that's fast. Whoa. I'm fighting against the wind, everyone. A fight against the wind. Ariel versus wind. Fight. The ferry is indeed speeding up. Who will win in the battle for supremacy? Ariel or the wind? Gotta go on the other side. Hey, someone's mentioning Dutch Malls. Is Dutch Malls coming to Wall Street? Hey, if Dutch Malls is nearby, do let him know. Yeah, I'm happy to say hi to him if he's in the immediate area of Wall Street.
Once again, folks, last and final stop here on Wall Street. All passengers must disembark the vessel. Please be sure to have all your personal belongings. Thank you, choosing NYC Ferry. Great night.
Brooklyn Bridge. Ava, thank you so much for a $15 super chat. I appreciate you. Pier 11? Yes, we're going to Pier 11 right underneath the Brooklyn Bridge right now. Look at this. Oh, wow. Helen, you're bringing your fishing rod next time. Oh, that's funny. Ava, everyone give stars to Ava. I mean, hearts to Ava. Explosion of hearts. So good of you, Ava. Thank you. Oh, I love the city at twilight. Oh, city, how I love you so. The ferry's pretty fast. Yeah, not even 10 minutes. The views of the Brooklyn skyline. We see Brooklyn Heights right there, and its sheer beauty. Oh my God, look at those houses. Oh, I want to go on one of those. Let me wave to the people. There we go. I always gotta wave to the people. So glad you took the ferry, says Inspired. Oh, I'm so glad, Inspired. Thank you for tuning in. And always your kind comments. To all the amazing commenters out there. A round of hearts for all of you. You know who you are. You know who you are. The ones who leave awesome comments. Fun, insightful, funny, lighthearted. Good vibes comments. Give a round of hearts to yourselves. Susie says, I'm watching with your you're watching with your mom. Oh, that's so awesome. Do I need a no? No, I don't. No, not right now. All right, that was fun, ladies and gentlemen. I think I won against the wind. I beat the wind this time. Ariel 1, wind 0. Thank you.
Excuse me. Gotta take a picture down here.
Dutch is passing the bull. Ooh. Dutch is passing the bull right now. Interesting. We have arrived. Oh, wow. Gwen, your good vibes reach me and make me feel good. Oh, I'm so glad, Gwen. Sunshine says thanks again. It's an urbanist sky. Yeah, it's an urbanist sky today. Wow. Let's enjoy catch the views of the sunset one more time over here at the end. Kathy says, I got a hotel booked for later in the day. Oh, you do? That's awesome. I mean, later in the year. That's awesome. Oh my God. Steven and his friends have been all around here. Look what Steven the Seagull has done. Steven the Seagull and his friend Jean-Claude. Look at what they have done. Mona, thank you so much for the 50 stars. I appreciate you, Mona. I gotta put on my glasses. I'm still wearing my sunglasses. Put on my glasses. Yes, I can see. All right, cool. Hey, Joseph, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Oh, I can see the sunset. Oh, look at that. Did I give a name to a cow? No, we haven't encountered any cows in our journeys. Maybe one day when I visit like the Pampas in Argentina or something like that. Some cow country, maybe out in the outskirts of England. We'll meet a cow one day. is walking down Wall Street. All right. Let's wait for Dutch Moz. Tell him I'll be here, showing all of you the sunset.
All riders, including children over the age of 2, are required to wear a face covering on public transit. Please
Look
remember
at
to
that
keep your face
gradient.
covering on even when on the upper and
Joseph, thank you so much. He's not too far. Blood orange sky, like that blood orange cake that we had earlier today. Is New York open for tourists? It is indeed, but check your local regulations to see if you're able to get here. And keep an eye out for local mandates. There's a glass exhibit on Wall Street. Interesting. Hey, Zena says, I wait for your videos and wait for your videos in Saudi Arabia. Oh, so glad you're watching all the way from Saudi Arabia. Wow, that's awesome. Salam alaikum. Welcome. I like that shade of blue. Yeah. It is quite amazing. I cannot get over this view. Yeah. Janice says, maybe I'll meet a cow in Ireland. Maybe I will. Maybe some cows in Ireland. We got Urbanist orange sky today, ladies and gentlemen. People of all genders. Is he coming to meet you soon? Yeah, Dutch Moz is apparently nearby, so I'll wait for him. I'll show you as much of the views as possible. Let's all enjoy this beautiful sunset together. Look at how it shines on the buildings over here. Sometimes in the sunset, you don't have to look directly at the sunset. Sometimes you gotta look at the buildings reflecting the sunset for a cool photo. Is there indoor dining? Yeah, there is indoor dining. I think it might be 25% right now. Hey, gambler from the Bavarian Alps. Whoa, so cool. Welcome from the Alps. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, one more time, the sunset. What do you have for supper, Adam? Nothing yet. I'm going to seek out a supper. Mona says, I would like a t-shirt with the picture of the lights on the buildings. Like the Urbanist album. Oh, yeah. This is basically the Urbanist album cover. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Mona. Okay, I'll look into it. Let me know if anyone wants the Urbanist album graphic animation as a t-shirt. Or as some other type of merch. Let's say hi to Dutch. Say hi to Dutch. And then I'll bid all of you adieu, but maybe Dutch will invite me to walk a little bit with him, so you can watch on his video after this. A link in the comments. There's an indoor waiting area, and there are bathrooms available here. So if you need a bathroom, you can use it. Usually they're pretty clean. He just crossed Water Street. Oh, he's nearby. Okay, cool. He's on Water and Wall? Water and Wall? Water Wall? All right. Let's say hi to him. Gotta go to Wall. Gotta go to Wall. Right, we're right underneath the beautiful fumes of the carbon monoxide of the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Drive, and we see a live streamer in the wild. We've caught a live streamer in the wild, ladies and gentlemen. I found a live streamer in the wild. Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you too. Nice to bump into you.
Yeah, I was right a few blocks down.
Are you still walking around?
I'm gonna walk over the bridge.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then we're gonna go down to City Point to see some performers, some aerialists. If you want to come, some trapeze people.
God damn. I've been walking for a while, but
I know, you've been on for a while.
I'll walk with you for about like 10 more minutes.
All right.
Yeah. Awesome. Everyone, this is Dutch Moz. If you
This is the Urbanist one. You guys know the Urbanist.
If you want to see a small bonus of me walking around with Dutch, follow him right now because I'm ending this video. So follow Dutch Moz right now. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ariel with Urbanist. Follow Dutch Moz for a bonus walk with him. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a good day, everyone. You want to join me for a wave goodbye?
That's my favorite part.
Bye-bye, everyone.